you are almost there. If you've been following along with this lead magnet and email marketing series, then you have learned 1, what a lead magnet is and how it can help you earn passive income online. 2, how to create a lead magnet quickly and easily in Canva. 3, how to create a mock-up for it that makes it irresistible, and even how to create a video mock-up for it in order to stop the scroll and make your lead magnet more magnetic. And then how to set up a landing page with the mock-up and an opt-in form so that people can give you their email address. And then in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a workflow with an email sequence to deliver the lead magnet to your new subscriber. So come on, let's dive in. So again, with this, I'm going to be using Flodesk for my email provider. And if you'll remember, in the last video, we created our form, and this is the one that we created right here for my passive income plan. And if you'll recall, when we go into settings here, we can see that we have to choose a segment when we set up the form. For subscribers who opt into this form will automatically be added to the segments you choose. So, and I created this one and I just called it new form. And when I'm actually creating this for a product, I would name it probably my passive income plan. But that's just for your reference so that you can remember. And then what the next step you'll do, so when we did that on the thank you page, then we are directing them to a URL that has a tripwire or an upsell on it that is going to tell them, oh, your items are on the way to your inbox, so check your email for your freebie, but in the meantime, you might want to check out this special deal that I have for you. Or you can turn this off and just have the message here, and you can put in a custom message. So either way, you're going to need to send them an email with the file or with whatever it is that your lead magnet is, unless you're directing them to that page where they can download it on the next page. But I highly recommend that you do it by sending it to them in their email, because that way it helps your email deliverability. If they're going to their email and they're opening it and then clicking on something inside of it, that's going to make it better, and they're more likely to get the email delivered to them next time, and it will help your conversions overall. But you can't send the email with this form. What you have to do in Flodesk is then you go to the workflows. Now, if you're using something like ConvertKit, it's very similar. They have forms, and then I think it's called automations, which are similar to the workflows in Flodesk. So then you're going to need to create a new workflow. And they have some sample ones here for you. Welcome. They have, if you have a sale, if you're got a nurture sequence, they have here for deliver a freebie. So you can try this one out. But I have created a template that I love to use, and so I'm going to do that, and we can create a new workflow. And again, I'm just naming this new workflow. The first thing that you need to do for your workflow is you add a trigger, and the only trigger in Flodesk is that a subscriber is added to a segment. So I'm not sure why they have you choose that when that's the only one, but you can choose, what segment. So remember, our form that we set up was called new form. That was the name of the segment. So what we're saying is when a subscriber is added to the segment called new form, then this workflow will begin. When they opt into the form, then they automatically get added to this segment. So then we're going to click this plus button here, and we want to send them an email. So then you need to go over here and you have two options: to duplicate an existing email or to create a new email although clicking here, you can duplicate an existing email as well, and I'll show you how. You create a new email, and then if you've saved any in your favorites, you can go to favorites and then find it here. So I have one here that I have saved in my favorites, this one, which is, I use it when I use products in a bundle, which also act as a lead magnet. So I can view details, and I can scroll through and see what else on there. And yes, this is the one I want to use, and I can click customize it. And then, so let me show you kind of the format that I use for this. So I say welcome to, and then the name of my business. And like I said, this is for participating in a bundle, but you can say thanks for requesting this resource, and then you can say click the button below. So thanks for requesting this resource. Click the button below to download it, or to access it, depending on if it's a download, if it's a PDF, or if you're going to give them access to a video or a course or whatever. You can change this to access now instead of download, but I like to put the name of what it is here, and then you'll notice, you know, on the form it had this mock-up here, that my passive income, and I like to use this same visual because people may be signing up for a lot of different things, and they may then go back and check their email later, and they may not remember the actual name of the thing or whatever, but they're more likely to remember the picture of it. Oh yeah, I saw that before. I did sign up for that. Here's the product you requested. So I like this template that I've already set up here, and let me show you how to create this if you are starting from scratch. So this is just a text box, the first one, and then you'll click on here to add. And this is a layout. And then you're going to scroll through here and find the one you want. So there's a lot of different things you can do here, but this second one here is the one that I customized for this. So you can see on the left is the place to put an image, and then on the right you can see it's set up just like this, and then it has a button. So that is what I used to build this here. Here you'll just click on here to change out the picture, and then you can change this text here if you want to, and then the button, you want to click on that and then click over here on link, and then you want to put in the link here to whatever that product is. For this, I just have a Dropbox link to the PDF for this lead magnet. It is actually a PDF workbook, and I could instead here upload a file, so you can do that. With this one, it's quite large. So here you're limited to 10 megabytes, and I think it's larger than that. So that's why I chose to do a Dropbox link instead. But you can, if you use Google Drive, you can do a link to that or whatever. But I wanted to show you some of the options here. Again, this option, you can choose one of these different layouts, and then the block, this is where you'll have the settings for the entire block. So we can change the background. I like to make it match the image over here, which it does pretty good, but if I want to, you know, make it match for sure, I can click this eyedropper and then come over here. Maybe I wanted to do the pink instead of the blue and make that a little bit lighter, like that. And then so I'll do that and tell them, thank you for requesting this resource, so that they'll know why they're getting this email. And then I'll say something like, enjoy the workbook, let me know if you have any questions. And then what I will do is I'll add in a YouTube video here that on something that's related to this. So for more tips on this, check out my YouTube channel. So if this is the first time you're doing it, you can get everything set up the way you want, and then before you finish, you can click over here for this on this heart, and that's going to save it to your favorites. So then you'll be able to choose this email to use again for other lead magnets that you have. And I want to show you a quick little trick that I like to do. So I've got my signature here, and I've got my kind of my title here and links to my business. and another image there. And then here's the links to all my socials. And then below that, I've got a PS. Here's a few of my favorite creative business tools. So you could put, here's a few of my favorite, whatever it is that's related, to this, to your business or whatever. So I've got my funnel checkout software that I use. I've got this Marketing Magic AI tool that I use for my marketing. I've got this tool that I use for organizing my life and my business, and I've got the studio setup. So these are links here that actually go to the software that I use, and so they're affiliate links. So if somebody clicks here, and I may click to a blog post if I have it. That would give them more information. You can link to blog posts as well. And then here, my studio setup, if someone's curious, what all I use in my business, this is actually my Amazon storefront. So it's got the list here of items that I use in my office, and then some other digital creativity things I use as well. And then I have the affiliate link here for Flodesk as well. And then I have from the gram, this is my Instagram, and I love that Flodesk does this for you automatically. So if you're just now setting this up, you can click the button here and go to, where is it? Instagram, right here. You just click on Instagram, and you have to go over here and link your account, and then it will automatically pull in your last 3 posts from Instagram. And the way you set up your, back up here, your social media is you click and you go to social links, and then you can do links, and you have to click here to manage your linked accounts, and you'll click and you'll put in your link for there, and for each one it's got LinkedIn, it's got X, it's got, all of these different ones. It even has Etsy for your Etsy shop, Amazon, and whatever. So you can use whatever's relevant for you. And then the icons, you can change the style. You can do them where they're outlined or where they're in a color. You can change the color to whatever you want so that it can match your branding. So that's a really cool thing that Flodesk offers with this. And then you can change the background to that little block as well. So you can just customize it however you want to. So I'm going to delete that one. Okay, so this all stuff is not absolutely necessary, but it's just something fun I like to do, because if somebody's just signing up for a freebie, this is likely the first time that they've heard of me, and so this just kind of gives them a little more information about me. And by saying, here's a few of my favorite things, it's a more friendly way than just say, hey, you need to buy this and this and this. But no, it's just more of a friendly type thing. Here's some of my favorite things. And people liked that. And then I also have this block here, which is my affiliate disclosure. And then the address block, you're required to have that in there. And also the unsubscribe block. And you can customize those over here in Flodesk. And whatever tool you're using, you should be able to customize those as well. And then when you're happy with your email, then you can just click over here on finish. And you're finished with the email, but you're not finished with the design workflow, or with designing your workflow, or with the, but one thing that you want to remember to do if you're using Flodesk is over here to change the subject line. So it's got the subject line here of what I put it, because this is a template that I use. So I need to change the subject line to say something like, here's the products you requested, or here's the resource you requested, or something like that. And then I put the name of it, my passive income plan, on the preview text. So that'll be the subject line is the first line, the preview line is the second line that somebody will see when they're opening, before they've opened the email, just when they're looking at all their lists of things. And then your workflow, you may want to do other things. You may want to add more emails, so you can click on here. You can add, if you're going to add more emails, you probably want to add a time delay. So maybe the next day, if you want to send this a day after this one goes out, you'll do a time delay of 1 day. and then you'll add another email. And then you'll do the same thing again, creating the email. And then if you want to add more things, you can do that. And the way you add more is you just keep clicking on the little plus boxes here, and you can add a condition. So you can go over here, condition, you need to choose a condition. Take action if, so if the subscriber is in a segment, you know, they're already a customer, then, you know, if they are in the segment of a customer, then that means yes. Then after that, then you may want to not do anything else. You may want to just let them exit. But if they are not in that segment, then you may want to send them some more emails. And you know, you want to make sure that you do the time delay first. Time delay, send them an email, and then you may want to do another time delay, send them another email, and you can just add as many emails as you want to here. And then when you're done building out your workflow here, so the only one that you absolutely have to do in order to deliver your lead magnet, which was what we're trying to do here in this process, is this one right here. So, and you can go in and add these other things later. So I'm going to just delete all those, and we're just going to end the workflow. After that, we're just going to leave it at that, and then we're going to click publish. And then you have to click publish again, and now your workflow is live, so that when somebody over here signs up on this form, then they're automatically going to be put into this workflow and going to be sent that email, and then whatever else it is that you add into that workflow. And then here, the way this works in Flodesk, you can click here on these little 3 lines here. This is your analytics, so you can see how many subscribers are in this workflow, how many have completed it, and then you can click on the details to go inside and get even more details to show, you know, all kinds of things for related to this. All right, so let's check it out. The last thing you want to do when you've set up a workflow and a funnel, this is like what people talk about when they talk about building a funnel. This is a very simple funnel, but it is a funnel. So what you want to do is you want to test it. So I'm going to click here and go get the form link. And I'm going to copy it and open it. And so this is the form. So let's test it out. Let's put in an email here. And then we're going to click yes, I want to access the guide. And then you can see here that it's working. Remember, we had it set up to go to a upsell page. So it says, yes, you're in, my friend. Look, keep on an eye on your inbox for the next steps. In the meantime, check out this special offer. And people can buy these templates here. So now let's go back and see. And we can click on here for the analytics. I may want to refresh my page just to make sure. We can click, and it even shows right here, 1 opt-in. So we've got an opt-in, and you can click here and it'll show you 1 visitor, 1 opt-in, therefore it's 100% conversion rate. Woohoo! Now let's check our workflow. We can click here, and it's not showing anything yet. Let's refresh the page and see. It might take a few minutes for that to update. So let's go over here to our audience and check our segments and see if we've got, this is the segment that we are working with, new form. And yes, there is the email there that I put in to that form. So it has added that person to the segment. So then you just want to be sure to go back. You may have to wait a few minutes to make sure that they're in the workflow. And if that's your email that you put in, then you can go ahead, check your email and make sure that you received the email that was supposed to be sent. So there you have it, my friends. Now you know the basics of email marketing, and if you've been following along, you will have built your first funnel and you'll be able to start getting people onto your email list. But there's one more thing. You may think, well, how do I actually get people to go to my landing page so they can put in their email and get on my list? That's a good question, and that's what I'm going to answer in the next video. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and click that bell so you'll get notified when that next video comes out. See y'all then.